So this particular one right here was the most freakiest one that I've experienced. This one was in my house. So I say I was around 10, 11, 12, one of those three age brackets. At the time, during that time, I was sharing my room with my little brothers. They just moved in to have a better life. They've been living in the Bronx for a good majority of their life, and they want to live a better life. So there wasn't that much room. I had no choice but to share my room with my brother. In result, we had a bunk bed. They slept on the bottom. I slept on the top. I'm going to try to describe this as best as I could, because it's going to sound extremely weird. That one night that I was sleeping, relaxing. The one thing that grabbed my attention was this nasty odor that just came out of nowhere. There was a very disgusting odor. It smelled so bad that I woken up from my sleep, but I didn't really open my eyes. I was kind of like, and one of those, I was thinking to myself how disgusting it was, and I'm thinking that's probably my little brothers doing some dumb shit that, they're always doing some type of pranks, and I try to keep myself in the pillow and sleep it out. But I started to feel something, as if something was in front of me. Now, I don't know what it is. Like, I didn't try to open my eyes worth of anything. Whatever it was, I could tell you, I didn't open my eyes. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to look at it. Didn't want to interact with it. I didn't want anything to do with it. I kept my eyes completely closed. I tried to sleep it off, and I can smell, this nasty smell that I was telling you before, getting stronger. And it's like maybe this person's breath. I don't know. This person was tall enough that it could look down on me. I'm in the top bunk. It's tall enough that it can look at me. And it wanted itself to be known. It wanted its presence to be known. It wanted me to know that it was there. And regardless of me closing my eyes, with all the smell, the wretched smell, and this person literally like hovering over the little board that's separating me from falling over, I can somewhat picture what it looked like. Not completely full. It had the most wretched, nasty, disgusting, like the skin was like decayed. I could, only the mouth portion of it I can really picture, because it was really close. Like the smell was its breath, or it's resonating from its mouth. It's just like fully teeth, no skin type. It was like a bit of muscle and bones, and it was just there. It didn't do anything to me. I didn't feel any form of attack of anything, no sleep paralysis from it. I didn't feel any restriction of moving. I felt complete fear that I didn't want to open my eyes. I didn't want to move. I didn't want to pretend like I was not sleeping. And I felt like this person, or whatever the fuck it was that was in front of me, knew that I wasn't sleeping. I felt like this person purposely gave me that imagery of its mouth, because I was not opening to look at it. And the moment I try to feel any form of courage, maybe it was the lack of its presence, because I wasn't feeling its presence for a little bit. I finally got the courage to open my eyes, and nothing was there. But that was the most freakiest thing that I've ever experienced. Out of my whole entire experience, that one was the most freakiest. I went over to my friend's house in Florida. Well, he's a friend, but he's actually a relative, like a third cousin. But I always refer to him as a friend. I don't really refer to this person as a relative. At least it never hit me in my head. As I came to visit them, they have like a small little wooden house on the back. They have like a woodsy area too. The area had a woodsy area. And apparently, one of the cases that we went into the wooden area, right? And apparently, before they purchased the house or the home and everything. A little girl in the house got kidnapped and killed, apparently, where we were in. And I made a sly little joke after hearing the stories and everything, and then they're talking about ghosts and shit. This was during the time where I didn't really think much about the supernatural. I thought it was a lot of bullshit. I said, like, my friend was describing noises and things moving, and something moved, and I said, well, she's here, maybe she wants to fuck. I said something sly like that. And this is a good thing this happened in front of my friend. I was next to my friend, where I was leaning by a wall over there. I was rolling up a blunt as well, because I brought some weed with me. He was there, and I literally felt my chest, like one of these shoves, like one of these quick shoves on the chest, and my back hit against the wooden part of the wall. There was a couple of things that were shaking on the corner as a result of me doing that. And at this point right now, it may look like I fell back, like I lost my footing, it fell back and everything. My friend but literally my friend was looking at me, and he saw the action of me being pushed. Like, he saw like I was balanced enough, like he could verify, like he saw and kind of heard the chest action, like the sound of it, me being pushed. And it happened, he was standing right here while I was rolling up the blunt, and literally bang, right in front of me, right in front of him. We both looked at each other, like, and we just dipped out of there. I had never went to that attic area, that wooden house, whatever the fuck that was, never went back there again. I was having weird dreams, very weird dreams. One of the weird dreams that I'll try to describe it as best as I can. I was in New York City. There was nobody around me. Like, it was plain. I was the only one in New York City. The sky was purely white. There was no clouds. There was no sun. It was just white. It was like almost like an unpainted picture. Clear as day. You know what I mean? It's pure. It's white, like a untouched canvas. And I'm kind of discouraged. There's nobody around. I'm screaming, is there anybody around? Is anybody here? Finally, somebody responded to me, and it was a little girl. So this person that responded to me said, just me, and went to poke my abdomen, my stomach, and that woke me up. The weird thing was that it woke me up, and I felt as if I was physically touched by somebody. That wasn't too crazy, but the stories afterwards that I had was quite weird. The other dream that I have that was similar to that one, where I was starting to feel things from my dreams, was one of a white hand. It was a light hand. It was like a hand that was made out of light, and it came and it smacked me across the face, and I felt the smack, and it woke me up from my sleep. One of the things that bothered me the most about that one, I was going through sleep paralysis. I couldn't move, everything. My body was stiff, tight. I felt like my asthma was acting up. I couldn't really breathe too well. After I got over that, I started blinking. And when you stare into a light, it gets scarred into your eye for your vision for a while. So when you blink, you kind of see the vision. So I'm blinking around, and I'm looking, and that image of the hand that came flying into my face, that slapped me, that was light scarred into my sight, and I could see it as I'm blinking. So that one was freaky.